Well, ahoy hoy. Just gone 11:30. I've just checked twice on Google Maps because sometimes it gives you a bit of a false reading. But I've just hit 72 kilometres. That's the M1 there. It is noisy and doing my head in. But I'm making great time. For reference, this is the best start I've had to a day kilometre-wise ever. Your little chair. I only pull it out the once, but the ability to pull out the chair and have a proper rest in the middle of the day, I'm getting little bits of cramps, putting in about between 50 and 60 amps watts per hour compared to the battery. Lutzky's flying along nicely. Unfortunately, when I had the accident and that there snapped off, it's all going well now, it dislodged my second battery, and I don't have my amp meter or anything with me to get them resynced, because they've got to be within, I'd like it even better than 100th of a milliamp. But it's good for reference. I've just ticked over half of the first battery. So that's a 16 amp hour battery, and by doing that, I've probably I'll be hitting 135 kilometres off that one battery if I stick to this road. But I've come to a bit of a decision. It's 68 to Bulladila and 58 to where I posted from O'Sullivan's Gap. It'll actually take a smidge longer to get to O'Sullivan's Gap, so I've got to go via Wootton, and that's up and over a hill. But I think I'm going to go that way. This road's sort of doing my head in, and I'd like a bit of a stealth camp tonight and just decompress. If I was a bit further into the trip, this would be perfect. Like 73 kilometres in a day with about 650 metres of ascent and about the same descent if I can get it, that's my perfect day. So I've got Kalondaluk is about 23 kilometres from here. So I'll go and load up on water because O'Sullivan's doesn't have any water. But it's so quiet, it's so beautiful, and the birds there. That'll give me a 8 kilometre run into Bulladila tomorrow. There's a really good food stop there, and then I can cut across to Dungog. So that'll give me only a 79 kilometre day tomorrow. I'll hopefully go and catch up with Moon Man. I'll probably be there for 2 nights, and then cross to Singleton, up to Scone, Willow Tree, and then back up north. I double checked this morning from where I was with national parks and camping zones. They're not only closed, a lot of them are flooded in, or they're mudded in. So it's pretty brutal. You could stay here. There would be a spot or two, but this has just got snakes, ticks and mozzies written all over it. But I'd happily stay here, except for the M1. I'd say I'm probably averaging 45 cars per minute sometimes. It wouldn't be that high. But high level of trucks, high level of cars, caravans. I'm rarely on these roads. And it's sort of like... But today it's been really good. I've had quite a number of people beep, 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 beep. And about half an hour ago, I was just approaching the entrance to Taree, because it's now been bypassed. I could hear beep, 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 beep coming up behind me, and all of a sudden, BT! Not a clue. I hope I ran into you. If you're watching this, thank God, I love it when people give me da-da-da-da. May I say, for Bonny Hills, like that was only 20-something kilometres, maybe 29, 20, something like that from Port Macquarie. a world of difference. I would go to Bonny Hills in a heartbeat. What a wonderful place. Expensive tourist town. Plus going to O'Sullivan's Gap tonight, it'll mitigate a little bit of the cost over. I've spent $300 just in the last 3 days. 75% of that was just accommodation. I went and had nice healthy fish and chips and a burger, got a couple of tins of beans and a few other things for tonight, and that come to $33. Like, I know I'll put this in another video, but service stations, bikepacking, if you like a small range of products at incredibly inflated prices, bikepacking's for you. Oh man, the difference a good sleep makes. I was only reflecting this morning that when I hit Port Macquarie, like leaving Port Macquarie, and just the abuse and aggression, Port Macquarie itself, topographically, geographically, just beautiful. But my God, it's just, you might as well be in a rough part of the city. Just awful. But yet Bonny Hills, just up the road, I had 2 weeks stuck in a shed, no communications, no nothing. And then when I hit Port Macquarie, I barely slept because I was in the shed and just constant rain 24 hours a day. It was hard sleeping, not knowing when it was going to pull up. And then when I hit Port Macquarie, all night just local yokels coming through every now and then, like all night. From 1 o'clock onwards, I could see people with little lights off their phones looking in cars and under cars, and it just done my head in. I don't cycle to find my limits. I know where my limits are and I don't want to approach them. But I now know that, like, that limit with stress and my ability to mitigate stress into a 3rd week when it's been constant with no let up. I thank God for the 2 dogs and walking and meeting my Queensland connection. Hello. Oh, they were just such a great relief. And hello, it's a text just come through. It took the edge off the whole day, off the whole fortnight. But things are looking up. Peace, love, harmony and mung beans. And one of the joys, I had my child, hello Gloss, I had Gloucester very late in life. I was 35, I think. A lot of people do the maths and go, no, you had to be 34. She wasn't born 1 year old. She was born at 0 years old. It's like centuries. I discovered then that grief and pain live seamlessly alongside hope and joy. It's nice to reflect on that shadow or smudge in my memory where grief and pain live, but I'm always searching to live in the hope and joy part. So, no scary moments this morning. Douchebag acting like a pork chop count today, just the one. But just wonderful. So, about 30 kilometres from here, I'll get off the road and get onto Wootton Way. Yeah, it's a lot of backtracking, but now that I've committed to it, it seems rather stress-free. I'll be able to catch up with Moon Man, give Sharon and Big Jack a call, because I'll be a little bit too far north and west for them. Big Jack, I hear you're up at Nundle. You took your BMW, Bonny the BMW, out for a ride. Well, Budsky the bike hasn't missed a beat. So, love to you all. Embrace the bikepacking. Just wonderbar, wanderlust. Awesome. Hope it warms up soon in the Northern Hemisphere for you all to get out and just enjoy. We're coming to the end. The weather's getting so much more comfortable now that we're screaming towards April. Although end of March always throws up a really hot couple of days, so I'm a bit wary on that. But I'm really looking forward to, I made the choice mentally to go to O'Sullivan's Gap about 10-15 minutes ago, and I could just feel the stress come off. If I went through to Bulladila, it'd be another $50 for the night. So I need the dollars in my skyrocket, my bloody pocket. And this Australian is out of here. I won't post any more today, but I might even post one with Moon Man. So if you're watching, I'll be absolutely gathered beyond belief to see you, mate. And then go west, young man, because life is peaceful there, out in the open air, where the skies are blue.